Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Becky and I'm really looking forward to taking you through today a wonderful Pilates session to help with digestion. So I'm going to ask you to start by sitting, or you can come to lying if you prefer. And we're going to bring one hand onto the chest and one hand onto the belly. Sitting up as tall as you can. Let's close the eyes. I'm going to talk you through breathing in through the nose to expand the belly. Feel the air come into the body. And as you breathe out, let it come out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose again. Breathing out through the mouth. Repeating a few rounds of this, really focusing on calming down the nervous system. A lot of the time our digestion struggles because our bodies are in a state of stress. So if we can start by calming down the body, calming down the nervous system, you're more likely to be able to digest with ease. And this technique can also be used before you start eating your meal to allow your body to start the digestive process. Your mouth will start to salivate, creating those enzymes to help break down your food in your mouth. And this is how we're going to start and end today's session as well, with the breathing to help calm down your nervous system. Let's take 2 more rounds. And 1 more round. And gently starting to open your eyes, bringing your hands away. We're going to come around onto an all fours. So taking your hands underneath the shoulders and your knees underneath the hips. We're going to go through some cat and cow positions. So as we breathe out, we curl the back, dropping the chin towards the chest, tailbone down towards the floor, lifting the tummy button up towards the spine. And again, breathing into reverse in the opposite direction, melting the heart to the floor, tailbone to the sky, shoulders back and down away from the ears. Breathing out to push away. Your digestive system works best when your nervous system feels safe. So we're trying to create that environment for it using slow rhythmic movements. Breathing into reverse. Breathing out to push away. Breathing into reverse. Let's do 1 more in each direction. Well done. And we come around onto your back. So we're going to move around. Placing your feet flat on the floor with the knees bent. Rolling down onto your back. Placing your hands down by your sides. Knees and feet are hip width apart. And we're going to start by rolling the pelvis for pelvic tilts. So we tilt the pelvis to push lower back into the floor, lifting the lower back and the sacrum and the coccyx up off the floor, and then we roll back down again, aiming to get your lower back to lift off the floor and then push down into the floor, squeezing the glutes as you lift off, pushing through the heels and then rolling back down. And this can feel quite challenging if your lower back is particularly stiff or lordotic. Can feel quite challenging, but actually it's a very good practice to help activate the core muscles, but also to help massage your digestive system, the intestines, large and small intestines. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Well done. Then we're going to just do 2 full glute bridges. We're going to roll through the spine, pushing lower back into the ground, squeezing the glutes as you lift the coccyx and sacrum up off the floor into your full glute bridge. Squeeze the glutes at the top and then rolling yourself all the way back down again. Just really noticing how that feels. If it makes it feel worse, then stay low. If you're happy with it, we're going to go up again and rolling all the way back down. Well done. So let's move on to massaging that lovely digestive system, bringing your knees into your chest. And you can rock and roll from side to side, noticing your shoulder blades on the floor, the shoulders down away from the ears, your spine is being massaged from side to side. And we're going to start to do some circles as well. So we take the knees around in a circle. We're going to go 5 times in one direction. 2, bring the knees deep into the chest. 3, 4, lifting the toe wing slightly off the floor. 5, and then we're going to change direction, taking it around and lift, a little lift. And let's do one more. Gently massaging that system. Well done. Bringing your feet back down onto the ground. Hands come down by your sides. And we're going to drop both knees over towards the left. Looking gently over towards the right. Then come back through the center, dropping both knees over to the right and looking over to the left. And we're going to repeat again from side to side, moving very slowly, gently massaging and allowing the natural movement of your digestive system to occur. Okay, we're going to do one more on each side. Enjoying the rocking movement. Breathing out as you drop the knees to the side. Breathing in through the center. Well done. And coming back to the center, I'm going to ask you to bring your knees into your chest again. I'm going to try a little test with you, a little challenge. So we're going to bring the knees to the chest, bring your head and shoulders up off the floor, start to rock a little bit, and then if you can, bring yourself up into your seated position. So we're going to come around into a seated position. You can either go cross-legged or with your legs out in front of you. Toes up towards the sky. I personally prefer cross-legged, so we're going to go there. We take a deep breath in through the center, and as we breathe out, we're going to take both hands to the outside of the left leg to rotate and look over the left shoulder. And come back to the center, taking both hands to the outside of the right leg to rotate and look over the right shoulder. Now we're going to start to use your breath as well. So we breathe in at the center, breathing out to look over. Breathing in at the center, breathing out to rotate. In at the center and out to rotate. Keep going from side to side. Let's do one more on each side, shall we? So we're going over to the left for the last time. The twisting helps to stimulate the digestive system and get it moving. We're going to go back onto your all fours again. A few more rounds of cat and cow. So hands nice and wide. Let's breathe out to push the floor away. Breathe in to reverse. One more time in each direction. And coming back to the neutral spine, we're going to come into your seated position one last time. And again, you can finish by lying down if you prefer. So we're going to do the same breathing technique. And like I was saying before in the breathing technique, this is a really good technique to do before you start eating. When your meal is in front of you, if you can. I say this from a piece of knowing the education but not practicing it very well myself, if I'm completely honest, but I know that it can benefit you. When your meal comes in front of you, just spend a few moments to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, calm down the nervous system, prepare your body to digest your meal. That is really going to help with digestion. So placing your hands onto your knees, or one on the chest and one on the belly, so you can feel the air enter into the body as you breathe in. Breathing out through the mouth, feel the shoulders drop down away from the ears, draw tummy button towards your spine. Calming down that nervous system, focusing on the movement of the belly and the movement of the chest. But let's do 3 more rounds. Two more to go. And one more. And you can either stay here, you can continue with that breathing pattern if you like, you can move yourself down into a child's pose if you prefer as well. But I hope you enjoyed that, I hope it's helped, and remember you can come back at any time to try it again. See you soon.